everyone, welcome to my first time tag in the video for me today. I'm going to do the questions and then go on with the rest of the day. So, do you still talk to your first love? Number one, do you still talk to your first love? No. I did do for a while, but then, obviously if you have, but now he's on Facebook and I don't really want to stalk my, I don't really want to stalk my ex on Facebook, but majority of the exes are on Facebook now, aren't they? So I don't really want to stalk him on Facebook, but we're all on good terms. There's something that happened that made us not be friends, and he's gone off to do his thing, and I went off and did my thing, which we did do for a while, but then sort of like left it. So now I don't speak to him. But in the past I did when we broke up, and we ended it on good terms. Like we ended it up really on good terms, but other than that, now I don't speak to him. Not now anyway. But I did do in the past. For a while. So that is the yes or no for that question. What was your first job? My first job was working in a supermarket, grocery store, and I remember I was known as a stacking banana lady because I used to stack bananas. I used to do everything else, but what I used to do was of an afternoon, if there was nothing to do, then I used to stack the bananas, and there was loads of them, and every time I put new ones out, people would get them, and then he said we can't go for the new ones, you have to go for the ones that are already out. So I used to put the new ones at the back and the old ones at the front. So he said, can you take it down? Yeah, it was hard, but it was a good job. I remember coming home and falling asleep, and my dad said, that's the trick with the iceberg. Now you've learned what hard work is, you cracked it. Yeah. Press up this flip across the moment. Something that's starting to come off. What was your first car? I don't really drive, even though I want to drive, so I don't have a car, so I can't say what was my first car. The first car I remember going in was my friend's car who had a Mini, and we used to drive around and we used to go to different places in the summer. So that was the first car I've experienced being in. Who was the first person who texted you today? My fiance, texting me good morning. Who was the first person you thought of this morning? My fiance. Who was your first grade teacher? We don't have grades because obviously the one who done this targeted American. So yeah, but we don't have grades in the UK. Our schooling system is different. I remember my first teacher was horrible, like really, really horrible. And obviously, your first teacher's supposed to be nice, supposed to be understanding. No. I remember going for a dentist appointment one time when I was in the afternoon. So I'll be, not in the morning, but I'll be in for the afternoon. So I went in the afternoon, and she was all nice, spoke to me, spoke to my mum. As soon as my mum left the room, she threw the book. I took a book in, said we could read this to the classroom after we're done with our work. Oh yeah. Threw the book down, told me to sit down, like really stern, really not like stern, like a firm voice, but like an angry sit down. And I was like, so I just thought nothing of it. I remember, I had problems drawing when I was younger. When you learn how to draw for the first time and you can't. And I was still at the stage where I was still learning to draw. So doing artwork and doing drawing I sort of carried on from when I went to college, and I told the teacher the experience I had. Said, oh no, we don't like that, we're adult now, we're not in school. But anyway, I couldn't draw. I can draw a table now, but I couldn't draw it back then. And so I showed her how I thought a draw would be, and I drew it, and I went line, and she went no, again. Even though I knew I did it right, but she it wasn't a table, it was a door on the table. It was the fact that she had the power to make me do something that, and she knew I could do it. She knew I would be able to do it, but she knew by making me stay in. So she made it a situation where I had to stay in because she had something in me. And I remember speaking to this teacher, and I remember staying in the classroom because, are you in trouble? I went, no. I've been told to stay in because I can't draw this table. And then she said, anyway, well, draw me the table. So I drew it, and I went, that's it, that's right. That's how you draw a table. So who told you can't draw a table? The teacher. So, and she goes, well, that's not a good reason to keep it in. It's got to be extreme. So that's no excuse to keep you in. So you went over and had a word with it, and from that day on, from then on, she never kept me in. So he went to the teacher, obviously, what she was doing was wrong. And she had it in for me. She must have found something in me that she didn't like, and that was her way of having the power over me. But don't make anyone have power over you. And that's what I've learned from that day, is to be staying and to be. From then on I learned really younger. I was only young. So I learned from then to, not judge, I was not let anyone have the power over you. Where did you go on your first plane ride to Spain? Who was your first best friend, and do you still talk to him? Yes, my best friend is my twin sister, and we do still talk, and I spoke to her at Spina on Saturday, and we picked up where we left off. It's nice. Where was your first sleepover? My cousin's house. My first proper experience sleeping over, and from that day on we used to sleep over all the time. We had makeup and facials and pampers. It was really nice. Who was the first person you talked to today? My mum wanted to speak to me about something. Whose wedding, number 11, whose wedding were you in for the first time? My auntie got remarried 2 years ago. So I ended up being married. I ended up being a bridesmaid for my auntie. And it was really nice. So that was the first time I got to experience the whole day of being a wedding, and I got to be a bridesmaid. What was the first thing you did this morning? Wash my face. What was the first concert you ever went to? Westlife. It's an Irish group in the UK, in Ireland. I remember my sister getting those tickets, and I remember at the end crying hysterically, going, "Thank you for taking me to the concert." I love you. And I just remember I was crying hysterically. I was just like overwhelmed with it. It was just like so amazing. And she goes, "What are you crying for? What are you crying for?" I was like, "Thank you so much." And when you do that, so that's what I did. It was, yeah. What was the first pregnant bout? I remember splitting my head open when I was younger. I had stitches. And if you're ever getting stitches, don't get the butterfly stitches because they are the worst, and they're the more painful. Butterfly stitches, I realised in the end, they're the more painful. First person, my nan treated us all 1 year for Christmas, and we got all the girls' presents. First foreign country, Paris. I went there 2005, 2008, I hope he's going next year. So Paris was the first foreign country I ever went to, and I love it. And every time I go back, it's always the same, always lovely. Yeah, Paris. First movie you've seen at the cinema? Theatres? Or cinema? Miss Doubtfire. And I remember Aladdin. I can't remember which one was first. Miss Doubtfire. When was your first detention? I remember getting a book, and the teacher, we had to go in for our lunch. We all had to go in groups to go to our lunch, and I was behind, and that's when I got detention. Who was your first roommate? My fiance. What was the first lesson you taught? First lesson is to. First lesson was to what you get back, and treat people how you want to be treated. And always be positive, and you're not going to always be liked by everybody. You'll have insecurities. And that's my first proper lesson I learned, is to never judge people and to always be positive and be happy, because if the world smiles, if you smile, the world will smile back. If you smile at the world will smile back. Who was the first person related first beauty related person you watched on YouTube? Penny81. I'm all about this one, and this one. So the first YouTube person was Penny81. That's it for my first time tag. I'm going to do another tag today, so with 2 tag videos. Hopefully enjoy your day, night, wherever you're watching this, and I shall see you soon. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to leave the questions in the comment in the bottom bar below if you'd like to do this tag. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.